Hi, people. Hi to all football lovers all around the world. Hi to all my fellow Gunners all around the world. I wish every single person here a very, very happy Sunday and a very lovely week ahead. So today I'd like to welcome you to another edition of the Arsenal Alchemy. I remain your one and only host, Simply Ike. And today we're going to look at how what caused our season to implode, what made the season to go this bad, and so I'm going to start with about 5 reasons why I feel it's went this bad. And of course, you can always join me in the comment section to interact and talk about what really went wrong this season. So we're going to start with the first one, which I feel is the squad depth. We have a very small squad depth. We have a very small squad. I think in the beginning, we started the season with 22 players. 22 players, about 5 players went out. Some were outrightly sold, and some were some went out on loan. And we didn't bring in enough players in the in the summer transfer window. We brought Calafiori, we brought Mikel Merino, and we brought in Raheem Sterling on loan. And while Merino, Calafiori are fairly good signings, in my opinion, I think the signing of Raheem Sterling was, if I have to grade it from A to F, I think it was an F9. I think it wasn't the signing we needed. He wasn't the player we needed. We needed a more informed forward. We needed a number 9. We needed a striker, and a couple of players went out. We sold Eddie Nketiah. We sold Emil Smith Rowe. We shipped Fabio Vieira on loan. We shipped Reece Nelson on loan. We shipped a few other people on loan, so that made us become very short. And you don't start the season with 22 players and compete in the Premier League. You compete in the Champions League. You compete in the League Cup. You compete in the FA Cup. Some of those players were always going to go for international international duties for their country. It was a very, very risky start to the season, the way we started, and of course, right now, that risk is telling on the team. So that was the first mistake we made. We didn't buy a striker. We didn't buy a 9. We didn't buy enough players in the squad. Like I said, 22 players for the season. I think that's the thinnest squad in the whole of the Premier League. No team has less than 27. We have 22. Last season we had 26 players registered. This season we had 22. We are 4 short of last season, and even last season we made the same complaints about being short in players. The second reason was, which is another obvious reason, and I put this, that the first reason I gave, which was the small squad thing, it encompasses all the other reasons. It mirrors all the other reasons. As I begin to explain, you will know why I said that. Number 2 reason is not buying a striker. Even last season we needed a striker. We stuck with Kai Havertz last season. He did fairly well. From A to F, if I have to grade him, I'll give him a C. He did okay. He wasn't. He's not a natural number nine, but he did okay. He did what he could do. He scored 15 goals for us in all seasons, in all competitions, in all seasons. Sorry, and which was quite decent. Putting the fact that he just came in that last season, he was new, and he had the beginning of his when he first came to Arsenal, he struggled a little bit. The coach actually struggled too to know what his best position would be, and when Gabriel Jesus started misfiring, started going in and out of the injury room, treatment room. We deployed Kai Havertz to that number nine role, and quite frankly, he did quite well. So, but this from last season, he played almost all our games. He also represented Germany in the European competition. He came this season. He played in almost every game, bar when he was ill. He couldn't play a few games. That was all, and it's no surprise that at some point he picked up an injury. He picked up that injury, a torn hamstring, and he was ruled out for the season. So yes, Kai Havertz, he's done well, but you have to blame the club itself for not, acquiring a natural number nine, a natural goal scorer. If not for anything, to help Kai Havertz. He was overworked last season and this season. He needed a rest. And, there was no way it was sustainable. There was no way it was sustainable. At a point, it was going to catch up with him, and it duly did. Because of the lack of firepower up front, in fact, it wasn't just a number nine we needed. We needed a very good winger, to help out Bukayo Saka. We have that in Ethan Nwaneri right now, but he is 17, so he's not really the finished article. We should have bought one or two or three players up front, so that was the mistake. The third thing is, which still mirrors the first thing I said about, is not strengthening in January. The winter transfer window came. We had 33 days to try to get a player. All that period, we didn't come close. We were hearing funny stories linking us to other teams, linking us to other players, and at the end of the day, we didn't buy anybody. We didn't even get anybody on loan. And this was the main. If I have to give the main reason why we faltered this season, I think I have to say this was the reason why Arsenal fell this season. This was the main reason. Not buying anyone in January. Before the January window, Gabriel Jesus was out. Bukayo Saka was out. And these were long-term injuries. Gabriel Jesus is out for the season. Bukayo Saka is as well. He might as well be out for the season. He's expected back in April or something like that. But he might as well be out for the season. And for them to go into that whole 30-something days and not buy anybody, that was simply criminal. That there is no going back from that. I don't care what the wage bill is. You have to, every season, you have to strive to achieve something. Every season, and whoever is in charge, the board, the guys that run this football club, you have to help the manager. You have to provide what the manager needs to work to be successful. How can you come this close? How can you come this close and not buy anyone in January? Immediately that transfer window shut down. Martinelli got an injury. Long term, he's out for about 2 months. He should be back, I think, in April or something like that. The next week, Kai Havertz picked up an injury in training. We have no recognized striker. The only forwards we have is a 17-year-old Waneri, a Raheem Sterling that is out of sorts, and Leandro Trossard that is out of form. That is all we have. And you notice that these three forwards, they are not really built for the Premier League. They are smaller in stature. You could see what happened against West Ham. These players were no match for the big guys we came up against. They were all bullied and, kicked out of the pack. This is what we were saying. Yes, Kai Havertz is not he's not a clinical striker, but he offers a whole lot. His physicality, the way he runs at defenders, the way he takes on defenders, that's helped a lot of the team. He played in his teammates. He was a great hold-up player. We miss his physicality. Now, all this are playing against us. They're playing against us. In fact, the most hateful Arsenal rivals were shocked. They were surprised. They were like, what kind of football club? What kind of football club is this? Why won't you buy someone in January? Why won't you buy someone in January? It was a ridiculous decision, which is haunting us at the moment. It is, in fairness, when that transfer window shut down and we didn't buy anybody, the truth is that was when our season ended. That was the moment our season ended, to be factual with you. The next reason, the number 4 reason, is a change of playing style. Our playing style changed this season, though it helped us in some games, but we struggled in almost all the games. You can see that from last season, we played with a lot of intensity, a lot of movement, a lot of pressing, a lot of running. Everybody from the midfield to the attack, everybody had great movement. Right from the starting whistle, we attack our opponents. We attack our opponents. We force them to make mistakes. Most of the teams couldn't handle us. But this season, we adopted a very defensive kind of approach and started to depend on set plays to win games. Who does that? You're supposed to stick to the winning. You're supposed to stick to the winning style of play. If it's not broke, why you want to fix it? You are supposed to stick to the style of play that was so successful for you the previous seasons. And inexplicably, Mikel Arteta just changed to something else this season. The style of play it was easier for the opponent to contain us. It was easier. All they had to do was, just form a low block, head away anything that comes. Don't let anybody come to into the box. And that is how they've been playing it. And it didn't help that we have a lot of injuries. So even the most, brilliant players we have are all injured. Even the set piece that was so successful for us at the first half of the season, it's been studied, and opponents have now, they deal with it better now. Right now, we don't have a style of play no more. We don't have a style of play no more. We don't have the personnel. We don't have the confidence. All our players are injured. Everything that can go bad is going bad against us. So yes, we changed our style of play, which is one of the reasons why we failed this season. And the final reason why we failed this season is I'm talking about the medical staffs, the training regiments, you know, and um, and the training regiment, and we have to find out what causes all these injuries, especially the ones that happen long term. Back in the day, I used to, yes, I see hamstring injuries, but now we've had two players with a torn hamstring that were out on the long term. If you tweak your hamstring, usually back in the day, you missed about 3, 4 games. That is it. You come back. Now we're seeing players tearing the hamstring and being out for the season, even requiring surgery. These are major injuries, and you have to question the medical team, the physios, the fitness coaches. Then you also have to talk about the training. Is the training too hard on the players? Don't forget Kai Havertz developed got picked up his injury while on training in Dubai. If you're training, why are you putting so much pressure on the players if you're training? You know? Since we came back from Dubai, the boys cannot even run. They are slow. They are bereft of ideas. There's no intensity in their play. You look at Declan Rice and Thomas Partey, beginning of the season, those guys were super good. We came back from Dubai, these guys are like, a shadow of themselves. So, yeah, this is my own, these are my reasons for the season being a failed season. You let me know what you feel in the comment section. Before that, I'd like to state that congratulations to Liverpool once again. They easily beat Manchester City, and they are on course for their second Premier League title and their 20th English title overall. And that is all for now. Till next time, it's goodbye.